glad you could join me. I'm going to be grilling up some small ribs, and one thing a lot of people use is lighter fluid to light their charcoal. I like to use old cooking grease and used cooking oil. So I usually keep an old coffee can full of it under the sink, and then I just dip a little bit of the newspaper in it, and then set that underneath my charcoal chimney. And that works better than any lighter fluid, and then you don't get that nasty chemically smell that you get from the lighter fluid, and it doesn't transfer to your food. I'm going to get this charcoal started. It's Royal Oak, 100% natural hardwood lump charcoal, and it's pretty good. It's not very uniform in shape. Sometimes you'll get some massive pieces. So maybe I can show you some of those when I fill it up. Well, as you can see, there's some rather large pieces, and then you have some very small pieces. They don't put it through a screen, so I just break it up into smaller chunks. But you can tell it's definitely oak. Looks like red oak. And this thing here is pretty cool. I like this. You fill it full of wood chips, so you can then put the lid on and get your smoke, and it just helps keep the oxygen out of there, so the chips don't burn, but you just get the smoke. So I have some pieces of a bunch of apple wood that I had removed and took some chunks. So I'm gonna fill this up with these chunks, and then put the lid on. See how quick that takes off? Another great thing about using the bacon fat and the old cooking oil is when it burns, it smells really good. Alright, now I got the charcoal started. Oh wait, might as well have a good beer. Got a Mirror Pond Pale Ale from Deschutes Brewery. Good beer and reasonably priced. Bravely done. Grill's nice and hot. I'm gonna put the ribs on, and I'm gonna sear both sides first before I put any sauce or anything on. I didn't marinate these, I just picked them up today. And I'm gonna let those sear really nice and hot first before I put the lid on or anything else. I'm gonna let them sit for 3 minutes. Alright, time to flip them. So you can you can see all that smoke. That's the smoke coming out of that little smoker unit. Beer break. Alright, it's not enough time to move them away from the heat. Whoa. Looks a little hard on your eyes. No matter which way I stand, it smokes in my face. Smells good, but full flip. Tuck it back away from the heat a little. And repeat with more sauce. And set the timer for 15 minutes. Well, I guess the time's done. Time to flip them. Alright, let's see what we got here. Oh, that looks good. There we go. So one side's going to get a little bit more heat than the other. Stubbs. Sticky, sweet, all natural barbecue sauce. Cover it back up. Gonna open up the valve just a little. Ah, hot. A little bit more. Okay, timer's went off again. My heat. Oh, still nice and hot. Oh, that's looking better every time. But you can see how the stuff from before is dried out. And it's stuck. It's kind of formed like a barbecue glaze on there. So if you put a little bit on each time, that glaze builds up. And you get a nice thick barbecue sauce smothering it rather than just a bunch of sauces dripping off everywhere and burning and getting really charred. Charring isn't really good for you. A little bit isn't bad, it adds a little bit of flavor, but when you get too much, it's not really good. So this is the thickest end. I'm gonna slice a rib off and see where we're at. I think we're probably pretty good by how it feels. Well, it looks like they need a little longer.